Hello, and welcome back to the Mental Theory Podcast. My name is Cheyenne, I'm your host, and today my special guest is Sharon.
Hi.
Today, if you remember our last podcast episode, what we did with Annika, we are just, for the first little bit, talk about her experience. So, how long have you been a musician, and what do you do?
So I've been playing since I was I want to say 8 years old. So it's been almost 7, 8 years. I play cello, by the way, for those who didn't know. I'm in two different orchestras: the regional one, which is the Miramichi Youth String Orchestra, and the provincial one, which is the New Brunswick Youth Orchestra, which she's also in.
Yeah, world renowned.
So Youth Orchestra.
Yeah. Okay. Just what has your experience been in the music industry?
Stressful, but it's worth it at times. Depends.
Yeah, I guess because you went to New York, which is I want to go to New York so bad. If I went to New York, my grandmother wants to go. I'd take my grandmother. But we're also going on tour, which is the traveling. I find is the best part.
Yeah.
But then the worst part of it is all the hours of practice you have to put in, and also we're in high school.
Stressful.
Yeah.
Lots of exams and high school's
and then
gotta figure out what you want.
Yeah, especially in the last 2 years of high school.
Yeah.
Especially your last month of high school. So yeah. But what would you say has been the worst part of it? Have you had any bad experiences with your teachers? Actually, how many teachers have you had? Because I remember Annika only had one. I've had 5.
Oh jeez. I've had I want to say 3, because I started off with a violin / viola teacher in my first 2 years.
Yeah, because we didn't have any cello teachers.
And then after that, I switched to an actual cello teacher, and I had her for another 2-3 years. And then our conductor's sister came along, and then he switched me to his sister.
Yeah.
And I've been with her from, I want to say 5 years ago. So it's been till now. So I've had 3, yeah.
See, I wish you and Annika have the teachers I want. If I play cello, I would want your teacher. And I have had Annika's teacher as a teacher for a little bit, just because we were in between teachers, because she up and
teachers
left.
Were constantly leaving, especially for viola.
Violas just aren't the best, apparently. Anyways,
it's okay, guys.
Yeah.
We love violas over here.
Yeah, we love them. They're so great. But yeah, have you had I find for me teachers are very I literally past week I've been called lazy. I've been I've been called not straight to my face, but we were having a conversation with someone yesterday. We were basically straight up called emotionless, especially me, and because Annika was in that conversation too. Me and Annika, especially me. He said I was the least emotional. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. It was it's terrible.
Our teachers are very upfront and
very harsh.
Very harsh. I do like them. I'm glad we have the teachers we do.
Yeah.
Because
they're viola, awesome.
They do a lot for us, definitely. But I would rather my teacher now over one of the viola teachers in the center a few hours away from us, because I heard she's not very nice. My friend has her as a teacher.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. But then I would honestly prefer the MBYO sectionalist viola teacher as a... She loves me. She gave me our first, not the not the camp weekend, but the other rehearsal weekend we had after camp. Shiktaha. She gave me, because I was sitting alone that whole day, just because I came so late because of who I was staying with.
Yeah.
They're always late. We came late, so I was sitting by myself because of the way they had the seating. she gave me a ring at the end of the day. Like, you know, the little plastic rings, and I
Aw.
still have it in my viola case.
Aw.
So, like, you do have some good experiences, but then a lot of other experiences tend to tear you down and deteriorate your own, like, self-worth, what you think you are. Yeah. It's not fun. So, anything else you want to just, I don't know.
Hmm. I will say, like, considering like NBYO and like, you know, our private lesson teachers, it's like hard because like they have like different techniques.
Oh,
Like for example,
yes.
like the NBYO teacher that's there, she uses
Yeah.
more of like an American technique.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, my teacher uses more of a German technique. So
Mhm.
it's like,
Yeah.
oh, like I'll do one person will tell me one thing and then the other will be like, no, I don't like that. Do this way. It's just, oh, it's a lot.
See, I find because I'm told different techniques, like
Yeah.
literally every
All the
day
time.
when I'm practicing at the center.
Mm.
Like, I'll have our conductor come up, tell me a different technique, and then my teacher, different technique.
Yeah.
I find it depends on the person what
Yeah.
works with them, because there has been some things that the conductor has said that works with
Yeah.
me, but there's also been some things that my teacher has said that works better.
Yeah.
And then even the sectionalist at MBYO, yeah, there's a lot of different things. Like, it just depends on what works, I guess, with you, because like my sectionalist teacher is smaller like I am, like smaller hands like I am.
Yeah.
So her, like, anything with like having to adapt to, because the viola is
Oh, that's the same for me.
Yeah.
Because the NBYO teacher, she has a smaller
Yeah.
hands. Meanwhile, my teacher has like huge hands. She can do like tenths with her hand.
Yeah,
It's bad. Like she's
yeah.
just like, and I can't even do like an octave with my hand.
Oh, I
it's
have such
too
a hard
small.
time with octaves. It's so
Yeah.
bad. I hate double stops. Like,
Ugh.
double stops are my nightmare. I hate them.
They're so hard to do.
Yeah.
And to get in tune too.
Oh my god, yes. I get like yelled at for my intonation like literally every day. Though I have improved, apparently. I will say I do think I have improved. Like,
Yeah.
I remember listening back when we did the like quartet minus the second violin, because I was looking back at the recordings we took.
Yeah.
My intonation was so bad. Again, like I will say the phone was literally right in front of me.
Yeah.
And then when we put it on when I threw my phone on the ground, because I tend to just throw it, when I threw my phone on the ground so I could like hear all of us equally, I still heard myself so bad. Annika sounds great, you sound great, and then there's me. But I guess I kind of have that in my head because of how much they've told me that my intonation sucks compared to literally everyone else.
And it's really not that bad.
It's really not that, especially compared to, I think, literally, like, the year before I joined MBYO. Like, you look at that, and then you look at when I did. Same with you, like when you look at before you joined WYO.
Yeah, and then after, it just like increases your level a lot because like you're playing harder pieces. So then anything you play after, it's just like, oh, this is light work.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
especially with this year's rep.
Yeah, like at Miso, I'm just like, everything's just like by the first rehearsal, bam, I'm done.
I know, me too.
Because like also we're kind of forced to learn faster because at MBYO it's just like, okay, you gotta get this done, practice, and then have it done and ready. Like
there's one girl like with the. Because we're doing, like, you know, the quartet I was telling you, the Telemann, where they have the quartet for the viola. If you're a violist, you will know the Telemann concerto. You will know it.
It's like one of the only viola concertos.
It's like one of the concertos every violist knows. Like, you know how violins have the rep that every violinist knows, like and the cellos
Tchaikovsky,
with Bach.
I hate, is this controversial to say? I don't really like Bach that much.
I don't mind him. Like, but I'm used to the Baroque because it's most of the viola concertos I've ever played are literally Baroque. Yeah. But I love the Romantic era. Oh my god.
I think I like more of like the modern classical era, like early 1900s, because like Shostakovich.
Oh my god. Shostakovich is up there. You can't go wrong with a good Russian composer.
Prokofiev.
Oh my god.
I love Prokofiev.
Me too.
Oh my god.
I love them. But then and then, oh my god, I forgot what we were talking about. We were talking about the Telemann. Yeah. But our third viola, because her part's easy. Like, I'm looking at her part, I could learn that in like a day. Yeah. Not even, like, I could learn it in an hour. Yeah. Because the concerto is literally only like half an hour long. Mm-hmm. All 4 movements. Yeah. But then I'm looking at her part, I'm like, and she was doing it. I'm sorry, I really do love her, but she wasn't doing that well.
That's like me with the cellos, because we're playing habanera, like the
Yeah.
Carmen does it, and then me and this other girl have like the first cello part, because there's three cello parts,
Mm-hmm.
and like third cellos are playing what the first cello is playing, but like 2 octaves lower, so they're just in first position. Meanwhile, me and the other girl are like up in like fifth, so harmonic. It's so hard to do in harmonic and to stay in tune.
Yeah.
So like we'll just like alternate like who plays at which like line and whatever. But then the third cellos, I'm just like, what's going on? You're just playing the same. Like, there's no sharps, there's no naturals. I mean, sorry, no flats. There's no sharps, there's no flats. So it's like, it should be relatively easy, but and it's just really simple rhythms too.
It is. Like, I'll give him. We're playing like one of the pieces we're playing. I think Tico Tico. I'll give him this. It is. There's a lot of accidentals and the rhythm. I picked it up like the first or second rehearsal because it's fun. I do like that piece, but like they're having a hard time picking up. Like me and the other girl that's in MBYO in the viola section, like she's picked it up pretty easily too. Yeah. But like your sister's pretty good. She's got it. Like she's still messing up a little bit. But that I do know that. But the fact that she's as good as she is without practicing, it's a good thing. But like, also how a bad thing. You do that? It's a good thing, but a bad thing because it's a curse.
Yeah. You're like, oh, I don't have to practice, and then the one time where you don't practice, and suddenly everything's messed up.
Yeah. But yeah, my least favorite part about I love the viola. Don't get me wrong. I do love the parts are easier, but then I hate. Because like the violas like get closest to the human voice, but they never get the solo parts. It just sucks.
They're always like harmonic parts.
I know. They're the harmony and sometimes the bass. Yeah. And most of the time the rhythm. Yeah. So, but there was a part in a piece, La Bamba. It's a Mexican piece. There was a part that at the end that said the solo, not soli. Soli is where it's the whole viola group solo. Solo is solo. Guess what wasn't a solo? Yeah. Guess what wasn't a solo?
The viola part.
Shocker. And I can play loud. I'm a very loud player. Yeah. Thanks to my instrument. I need a new instrument.
Yeah. They've had that on hold. They put more priority towards the violins.
They always do.
Yeah. And then after the violins, the cellos are like forgotten about for a while. Then they do the cellos, and then they completely forget about the violas.
The violas are just there.
They're like, oh, you guys are fine.
Yeah, you're good. No, my sound.
It took me so long to even just get like the new instrument that I have right now.
Yeah, it took me so long to, like, I was very reluctant on getting a full size because like my 15 was hard to stretch. Yeah. Now I don't think I could go back to a 15. I want to go to a 15 and a half because one of my friends in MBYO has a 15 and a half. Perfect fit. I'm not even joking. Perfect fit, and hers is way better quality and way better sounding than mine is. And mine's a full size, which is supposed to have a good sound.
Yeah, but also they get first priority because they have more kids.
Yes, they do get first priority. But then also, like, our MBYO conductor loves her. He loves her.
I know.
Like, yeah. Okay. So, again, with outcomes. Gotta love those outcomes that we gotta hit. So, our first outcome we're gonna hit is hypnosis and the consciousness. So hypnosis, like, let's see. So, is hypnosis really an altered state of consciousness? Technically, it kind of is. But, like, so a thing about hypnosis, you can't get hypnotized without consent. Because your body will not physically let you get hypnotized if you don't want to get hypnotized. So right now, if you want to get hypnotized, I could technically hypnotize you if I was a hypnotist. I am not a hypnotist, so I cannot. But it's kind of like a trance. It's basically a trance, kind of. Because like it's like your mind being in two places at once. Like you're still technically there, but then
like you're not.
You're not, because like you're hypnotized to do something what you're not doing. I had a friend at work actually who got hypnotized by a hypnotist, and she recorded it, and I had to watch it like 10 million times because she's like, I got hypnotized. Did you know I got hypnotized? Telling literally everyone, oh, did you see I got hypnotized? Literally everyone, telling literally every customer because she knows like everyone in the city of Miramichi. I'm not even joking. She knows literally everyone in Miramichi and Blackville and Renews.
Oh wow.
Yep. Yeah. So, hypnotization is a great tool to change your behaviors. Like it could change literally any behavior. Like mainly bad behaviors. It's used for changing bad behaviors. A lot of therapists use it to change like, smoking habits and like drinking habits. They can't really do anything about like your real bad drug habits because like those are like real bad. They need more like you need to go to rehab for those.
Yeah.
But like cigarettes and maybe weed, it can change behaviors on that. And then your different states of consciousness. They tend to, a lot of psychologists and therapists and researchers will like, they compare it, the human consciousness, to like a stream, just like a stream of because it changes like a water stream. It changes, but it's constantly flowing. Like even if it doesn't look like it's flowing, like the river, like when it's flat, like just like still, it's like that. I find it's like there's like pieces, like it's constantly like moving,
even if you're like not aware of it.
Yeah, it's constant, like
when
whether
we're playing
you're
them.
moving, like the beginning of Mahler's First Symphony.
I zone out every time during that.
Yeah,
because I'm playing the same note for the whole first page, and it's so slow.
Yeah, I'm playing different octaves of La.
Oh, so. Yeah, that's like the cellos, except we separated it into like first, second, third.
Yeah. Like, literally playing different octaves of La.
Like, I'm aware of what we're doing, I'm just not paying attention, like, at all. Like, I'll know when to switch, but also that could just be, like, like, muscle memory from having to do it, and I'm just, like...
because we've played it so many times. Like, we've run it so many times, we've played so many concerts, we'll be continuing to play it for so many times. At least 5 extra times, and then not counting running it through, like, once or twice, because we haven't played it for months.
We're gonna suffer, definitely, during the camp.
But it's gonna be fun.
Yeah. Oh my god, during New York, it was so bad because we did the same thing, and then we had like a 3-day camp.
Yeah.
And we would rehearse from like 8 or 9 in the morning till like 10 at night.
Yeah.
It was something. But after that, like when we went to New York, actually, we like rehearsed for like an hour or two, like every day, and then we just do whatever for the rest of, which I think we're gonna do on the tour again this year.
Yeah.
Yeah. That'll be so fun.
That would be, actually. Okay, so there are 2 states of consciousness. When you're actually conscious, and then unconscious, which is like what it is.
Yeah.
But like conscious is when you're
aware.
Like when you're awake. And then unconscious is like when like unaware. Like you were saying, when you're like, because you're still technically, you can still be conscious for both.
Yeah.
Because like you're there. But then you're not unaware, really. Like you're not there.
Like you're there and you're doing the action, but like your brain isn't really.
Your brain
like,
is not like comprehending.
Really
like when you're in a concert and you've played a piece so many times. Yeah, it's fun. Cognition and intelligence. What's the difference between them? The cognition, your cognitive functions. It's like an intricate network. Like when you're thinking of a big city like New York, it's like the networks of like the busing and the roads and the highways and stuff. It's like your mental processing, like like sheet music, and like music in general. And then it's like it's how you use and you get info and you process the info. Your sensory inputs, like say like your sensory inputs are what are processed by your cognitive functions, like when you're touching something. Like let's an example with musicians is like your strings, I guess, if you're a string instrument, or like the buttons you're pressing on buttons, like
the valves.
the
on your,
valves you're
like,
hitting on.
on like a brass instrument.
Yes.
Or like
on a woodwind.
the
Your buttons.
your button.
So you can tell I don't play a wind instrument. I have no idea. An example is like, say your attention is drawn by like, I don't know, like you're on stage and your attention is drawn by something that happens in like the cello when someone throws their bow after a piece is played. And then so that's your perception of it. And then which reminds you of a time, say you dropped your bow after a piece, which is the memory.
Yeah.
Because there has been times I've almost thrown my bow on stage after because of the relief of being done. Some of us have actually dropped our bow low on stage. I wonder who.
That was like in the middle of the piece though.
That was
in
the
so
middle
bad.
of it?
It was so bad. The person behind me dropped their bow, and right after I dropped mine on accident, because we were arco. No, we were plucking.
Yeah.
And then we were supposed to go back to arco.
Yeah.
And I tried to go back to arco, but my hands were really sweaty because of the stage lights.
Yes.
And they're just like, and so then I tried to do it, and then.
See, I understand
so bad.
At the end of a piece, because like the relief of being done, like you just like lose
You're
all
like,
of like, and your muscles like gone, so you're not holding onto your bow properly, and then there it goes. Because I have almost dropped my bow a few times.
And it was in the first movement too, which is like even worse.
I can figure out which part. Is it near the end of the first movement?
It's like
in the middle of it.
Kind of like, you know, the like the dun 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 dun.
Yeah,
dun, dun, yeah, that part. It was so bad. Oh my god! Because after the concert, the girl in front of me was like, "Sure, did you drop your bow?" I'm like, "Baby." She's like, I'm like, yeah, someone behind me dropped their bow, and I like accidentally did the same thing, like not even like 10 seconds after. Oh my god, it's so bad.
It's definitely the amount of times actually that like violas and violins we use shoulder rest. A lot of us do. Like the people who don't,
I'm like, how do you do that?
Like without a shoulder rest, like I don't know. That
must be difficult.
It would be because like it's such a smooth surface.
Like it would just be gliding around.
Yeah, it's not comfortable though. I don't even have that long in a neck, but I need one. Anyways, the amount of times like because I'm so tense when I play it, like I'm like squeezing my instrument against my neck. The amount of times my shoulder rest has popped off. It's not fun because it hurts when it does. Like sometimes because of how tense you get. Mm-hmm. I'm hoping I'm not the only one that does that. I'm trying to think if anyone else I know has done it. I don't think so. Damn. Uh-oh. Anyway, moving on. Intelligence is like it's the efficient and innovative part of your brain. It's what makes you like efficient and like where you innovate something like a podcast. Yeah. It's a broader concept, and there's still a debate going around in like with psychologists and researchers, and not so much therapists for this one, but like about like kind of what it is. But it's like it's the part where like you learn, you reason, and you adapt. Like when you have to like learn a part, you have to reason with your teachers. Yeah. And you have to like adapt to situations. Like we've had to adapt a lot this year. Yeah. Especially moving this year. Around. Not so much like you would think you'd have to adapt more with the better provincial orchestra.
MBYO, but it's like it feels so like relaxed compared to like the regional one.
I know. It could be
that. Think it would be the opposite.
You would think. Like the MISO one, we could be more like we could be less relaxed, maybe because we're the principals and we get most of the blame. Yeah. I'm always crashing out on everyone. I know. I don't want to, but I'm getting to the point where I might not at my section, at the second violins, because of like if they're in this orchestra, they can't be as childish as they are. Like they are literally kids though. Like I think the youngest one is what, 9? Yeah. He's 9. Yeah. When you're supposed to be, what was the age? Like 11 or 12 to 21. So, yeah. But the thing is, they will not listen to me. Even when we're at the Systema program where I'm actually working and getting paid, I had to yell at them today to put the stands away. They didn't listen, not until our other EA yelled at them too.
Yep.
Because I saw them look at me, and then they turned.
They do that all the time, though.
Yeah,
I'll literally tell them something, and I'll be like, or even the other guys, almost name drop. Or the other EA will like tell them, and they won't listen, and then I'll have to get involved and be like, no, like put your stuff down and go and do it, like now.
I know.
And also, like, because my brother's involved, he's like, I don't have to listen to you. I don't have to this. Well, guess what? Suck it up.
My brother would be the same, like, except I think he'd be a little more respectful. But he is also 13, and your brother is what?
11.
Yeah.
That's so weird, because mine is in grade 5. Oh.
I know, mine's in grade 8. Mine's going to high school next year.
Oh my god. Okay, but to be fair, mine is going to grade 6.
Technically middle school,
September.
But, like, he's not.
He does not seem mature enough for it, but...
No. It's not, like, most of them in that group are going to middle school, and...
I think everyone except for the 9-year,
The 9-year-old, and is the... Not the little one, but the other older girl. Is she? I feel like she's in grade 6.
I think she might be.
Because I know she doesn't go... I don't think she goes to the same school as, like, the 2 schools.
I don't think she goes to King Street or MAA or Gretna. Obviously not Gretna.
No.
Yeah, no. I think she might be in grade 6.
Because I know of her older brother, and I know that he goes to the other high school.
Yeah, I think she's already in middle school. But she is pretty mature, though.
She is pretty mature.
Yeah.
Like, she will hang out with them, and she will, like, go around with them. But
sometimes she's just sitting down and doing whatever.
Mm-hmm. And the other girl, oh my god, she thinks she's all that when she's not. Like, because she sits first chair, like, the concertmaster seat at the Systema Orchestra. And then she got moved back to the back in the music orchestra, which... I wonder, she's never there. I don't know how she's still in it. But
yeah.
I know why.
If that was any of us.
Yeah.
Oof.
I know why. She's one of the
crash out
favorite.
Immediately.
Like, yeah.
I would get like a whole like long text message sent, a whole meeting.
Yeah.
A whole call to my parents, everything. Like I remember one time I missed like a rehearsal. It wasn't even like a tutu rehearsal. It was just a sectionals rehearsal. And my teacher got so mad at me. She sent me like a long paragraph talking about how I need to manage my time better. And I was like, I physically can't do anything about that. If I'm here from like 5 o'clock, like right after school ends till like 8:45, like there's not that much time for me to do anything, and I have to go to sleep. And plus, I already knew all the music, and they had told us that because we were in NBYO, like, you know, we could miss sometimes. But that was the first time I had missed. So I was like, okay, no clue why you're mad at me, but all right. And I let her know too. It's not like I just like, you know, decided, hey, I'm just gonna leave and not tell you.
Yeah.
Like I messaged her, and then she was like, okay, well you can't do that. And I'm like, okay. I have not missed a day since then.
I have missed a few, but that's because I was sick, and I don't like to miss because I like to have, because I remember before I got into NBYO, like we had another guy who was in NBYO. He left after that, but he was the principal. But I was doing all the principal like duties and all the
getting blamed for everything.
Getting blamed for everything. Sitting principal, literally being principal, but never got the like official title, and like until a year later when he left.
It's like a couple of years ago.
Yeah. It was very fun. But yeah. So the example I have written down for this that I saw online is like the intelligence part of the brain. It's like the conductor of an orchestra, coordinating like various different cognitive abilities to produce like its harmonies and its rhythms and its melodies and stuff like that, to like, you know, get the piece ready.
Yeah.
It's
like Tony.
Yeah.
Because we get to like actually work more with the music due to the fact that we get to learn faster with like the pieces.
We get to do more. We get to
on like the regional
work with it
rehearsals where
more.
it's
He gets to do all the writs and stuff,
Yeah.
and like the accelerations that he
Yeah.
wants to do, and like the when he goes the one part
Yeah.
in Mahler, like in the fourth movement after like the big
Yes.
fast part. That part, literally my favorite. I love that part. Like, so good. We're really good at that part too. Like, that's the first part where he got like really good at.
Yeah.
Because he was able to do so much with it. Like, he can slow
Yeah.
down, he can go faster. Like, that part,
Yeah.
I find that part for us, we sound better than every professional orchestra I've heard play it. Because I like the way we do it better though.
Someone in my school actually like has like a whole recording of us playing March Slav, and no joke, we actually kind of sound like the Berlin Phil. It sounded really good. Like I was like, is that us or is it the Berlin Phil? He's like, no, that's you guys.
And it wasn't even like the conductor conducting
Yeah.
it. It was one of the
Yeah.
oboists.
And it wasn't even a professional recording either. It was just off of a Samsung. I was like, what? It sounded so good. Like,
I know. Oh my god. I do remember you showing me that.
yeah.
It was so good. Like, we actually, like, well, they did play it like literally 3 months prior, most of them, because they were in like the thing we did with Dan Brown.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
The Da Vinci Code.
I know. Oh my god, it's so good. But yeah, I think that's all the outcomes I had to hit. I did talk about it. So, I do think I hit them. We'll say I hit them. I did talk about my 4th and 5th outcomes, so we should be good. So that means that's the end of the episode. So, I'll see you next. When is this getting posted? Friday? I'll see you next Tuesday. Goodbye.